Hello everyone, today's topic is COVID-19. So these are the contents which we are going to discuss. So first of all, discovery. Coronaviruses were first discovered in 1930s in chickens caused by infectious bronchitis virus, and human coronaviruses were discovered in 1960s. Now other viruses are SARS-CoV, MERS-CoV, SARS-CoV-2, and these have involved serious respiratory tract infections. Now this virus mainly came from the bats which then further spread to the humans. Coronavirus is an infectious disease which is caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, that is SARS-CoV-2, or we can also say 2019 novel coronavirus. It is a positive sense single-stranded RNA virus, and this disease was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan. Now, transmission, most common route for spread of COVID-19 is droplet infection. As we can see in this figure, the person is coughing and the droplets are dispersed in the air and on the objects, which are then further transmitted to other people. Now, for preventing this, the close contact should be avoided. Pathophysiology. The lungs are the organs most affected by COVID-19 because the virus assesses the host cells via the enzyme angiotensin converting enzyme 2, which is most abundant in the type 2 alveolar cells of the lungs. Now, this virus uses a special glycoprotein called spike to connect to the ACE2 and enter to the host cell, and it also affects the gastrointestinal organs. Signs and symptoms. So, fever, fatigue, dry cough are the most common symptoms. Some patients also have aches and pains, runny nose, sore throat, shortness of breath, and diarrhea. Now, the table on the right side, it shows the percentage of the patients which show the following symptom. Now, this is how COVID-19 typically progresses in hospitalized patients and what is the contagiousness. So, we can see in the right figure that COVID-19 is not as contagious as other diseases that are mentioned below. So here we have a comparison between flu and COVID-19. So we can see that the number of people infected by the virus in COVID-19 are more as compared to the flu. Incubation time is more, hospitalization rate is more, fertility rate is slightly less than that of the flu, while the number of days between which successive cases appear is also more in COVID-19 patients. Now, if we see on the right side, these are the similarities between COVID-19 and flu. So they have a common effect, that is respiratory disease. Mode of transmission is common. Measures to prevent the infection is common, like hand hygiene, good respiratory etiquette, exam like coughing into the elbow. Then it also has common symptoms like fever, cough, body aches, etc. Diagnosis. The standard method of testing is real-time reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. The test is typically done on respiratory samples obtained by nasopharyngeal swab. However, nasal swab or sputum sample may also be used. Blood tests may also be used. Pathology. The main pathological findings in autopsy are pleurisy, pericarditis, lung consolidation, and pulmonary edema, and there are four types of severity of viral pneumonia that are observed: minor, mild, severe, and healing pneumonia. Now, how it can be managed? People are managed with supportive care, which may include fluid, oxygen support, and supporting other affected vital organs. Now, these are some common questions of doubt which are highlighted in the bold, and the answers to them are given. Prevention. So, how to minimize the spread of COVID-19? There are three measures: personal protective measures, environmental measures, and social distancing measures. So, this slide demonstrates how the risk of community transmission can be reduced. So, as we can see, the disease is spreading to the whole community through one person. Now, this person worked from home, this person didn't go to that BBQ, this person didn't fly domestically, and this person stayed home, and thus the community transmission risk was reduced. So when there is no collective response, we can see the number of daily cases are more. When there is strong collective response, this is the best case scenario. And when there is strong collective response but short term, the number of cases finally increase again. Now this is the guidelines how to put on a mask, take off and dispose a mask. So PPE, personal protective equipments. These are used for healthcare professionals for caring for people with COVID-19, and the recommended gear includes respirator or face mask, gown, medical gloves, and eye protection. doctors as heroes at the forefront. If you're finding it hard to stay home right now, imagine how it would feel to be a doctor or nurse. Healthcare workers don't have the luxury of holding up in their homes to shield themselves from coronavirus. They have to expose themselves to the risk, separating themselves from their families for weeks. Now, they are not only suffering from anxiety, while they are also facing a lack of personal protective equipment. And this is the condition of the doctors after working for long hours, not even caring about themselves, the marks of the mask on their face. Now, this is a post by a doctor, and she's trying to plead the people to socially distance themselves because they have to face a toll themselves by separating themselves from their family just to care for the COVID-19 patients. This is a video that is dedicated to all the doctors.
They're talking to me like I am talking to you, and then a few hours later they go into sudden respiratory arrest. They stop breathing, and they need to be intubated. And this is one of the most dramatic things that I've ever seen.
I don't know if this is going to be the next shift that I go in and I get the virus.
There's nothing that differentiates any of us from the people who become devastatingly sick. And that is that's scary.
Now we've all kind of resigned ourselves to this is what we do.
I definitely did not go into the practice of medicine to play God, and nor do I want to. I just want to treat people as best I can and take care of as many as I can.
很喜欢他，他在我们跟前，我们大家都放心一大截。他就是我们的那的绳索啊，不在跟前我们就成绳索，非得完了。
When it got worse, I really thought I was going to die. But the doctors did not give up on me, and the nurses were on hand every day. I could feel that my condition was getting better day by day.
I feel so good, and I want to say thank you to the medical workers for their care and love. Thank you so much.
These nurses are at the forefront of the battle against the coronavirus emergency, and they do it at great personal risk.
I don't know that I have ever seen such selfless people in my life. I really saw the love of God through these people. I feel like I've got a second chance at life.